Welcome back, everybody. This is Natural Vibrations, and I am Rhythmika. This is a weekly twin flame reading. I'm so happy you guys enjoyed my last few videos. I know I put up a video with music, and I was a bit afraid of whether how it would go down, but you guys enjoyed it, so I'm really happy about that. Don't worry, I'm not going to put too much music. Maybe once in a while when I feel the courage to do that. So last week I put up the overview for November and it was very positive, and this week as well I feel like we're on the same path. The divine feminine does have some stuff she needs to deal with. The divine masculine seems to be on track, but I feel like the divine feminine is sort of going through the last bit of stuff that she might need to clear before union. Of course, everybody is on a different timeline, so please, these are general readings. If they don't resonate with you, or if you would like to book a private reading, all details are in the description box below. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to all my videos. That just helps me, do more of these videos. All right, so let's just start. Today I've picked different decks. Let's talk about what's going on with the Divine Masculine's overall energy. We've got two cards from the astrology deck. We've got Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, witty, lively, informative, and stimulating exchange is possible. And then we've got the 10th house, your achievement and status on the outside world. Now, before I get into this, I also picked two cards from the emotions deck, and we've got safe and relieved, which is very different from what the Divine Masculine used to be. So I'm really happy about this. So what I'm getting is that the Divine Masculine has gone through quite a bit of a turmoil, and they have gone through their changes. They've gone through a lot of their development and spiritual awakening that they needed to go through. And now they're sort of feeling relieved. I feel like a lot of divine masculines may have ended karmic situations or karmic ties this week. This could be with exes. This could be anything to do with anybody that has been holding them back from union. They seem to have cut that out. I know that's been coming up a lot. So a lot of them have finished that chapter, closed that chapter. And that's why they're feeling very relieved, They're feeling as if, a weight has been lifted off their shoulder. At the same time, they're feeling safe. They're feeling safe to move forward towards the divine feminine. All right. Now the 10th house and the Gemini card together is telling me that they're very concerned about about the outside world, how they come across, their achievements, how they do, the kind of job they do, the kind of work they do. You see, the energies are very similar between the two cards. They're both of this blue, dark colors, but the blue color is also the throat chakra, and because the Gemini card is all about communication and witty information, they might be they might approach the divine feminine in a more light-hearted manner. This could be like a text message, an email, a message on Facebook, that kind of thing. This is not excuse me. This is not about having very intense conversation right off the bat. I feel like they might want to start off with something slow. They also are very concerned about how they are perceived out to the outside world. How they come across to the divine feminine, how the divine feminine views them, how the divine feminine views how far they've come, all the achievement they have been able to get. So that's what they're at overall this week. The divine feminine has got the 9th house, which is broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. And at the same time, we've got Aries, which is the energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, crusading, and impulsive action is likely. Again, look at the synchronicities. These two cards are all in the red. It's a fire energy. It's about the lower chakras. It's about movement. It's about action, It's so funny. It's complete opposite to the divine masculine, but they all fell out separately, and the energies are very, colors are very similar. At the same time, we've also got embarrassed, desperate, and happy. Now this happy card kind of came out before I could finish asking the question for the divine feminine. So it may be like a little bit for the divine masculine as well, but I'm going to take it as the divine feminine, as something she needs to aspire to do. So let's look at these two cards. What I'm getting is that divine feminine this week is all about doing. It's all about action. She might be trying to, broadening her spirituality or horizons. Could be trying out something new, learning a new tool, taking a course, trying to basically grow and develop, in either academically or spiritually. But at the same time, she's also got this energy of Aries, which is very impulsive, very spontaneous. So I feel like the divine feminine may just one day be like, okay, that's it. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this new course, or I'm going to go on a vacation. Like she's got a lot of like energy coming up, but in a more, and it could also end up being a bit more aggressive. So be careful of that. Don't try to be too impulsive at the time. Obviously think things through. If you feel like there's something you want to do, any major changes, do think about it before jumping right into it. But it's a lot of action card. I feel like the divine feminine has got a lot of action. And the reason I feel this is we've got desperate and embarrassed. And I feel like the divine feminine wants a change. She's going to be going through some stuff that she's not faced. Desperate about this union. The desperation is basically when you haven't learned to surrender. I think my next video is going to be the art of surrender, which I will be posting this week. It's very important to learn how to surrender to the divine. And the other aspect is being embarrassed, about how she's behaved in the past, how things have happened. It could also mean that she might take some impulsive action, and because of that, she will feel embarrassed. So be careful, divine feminine, all right? You might be going through some shadow work that might be coming up, some deep aspects that might be coming up. So don't jump on it in a negative way. Think about it, and if it feels right, of course, do what's meant to be. But try to be happy despite everything. I feel this is more about focusing on the aspiration. If things are moving too fast, or things are you're not happy where you are, then do try to go towards what makes you happy, but think twice about it. You don't need to have that desperation energy where you want this union to happen right away. Now let's look at the spiritual for the divine masculine. We've got 5 of Raphael, which is everything happens for a reason, release regret, embrace the opportunities for happiness, and search for the silver lining. This is 5 of Cups. And then we've got 6 of Cups, or 6 of Raphael, which is embrace your inner child, new friends, or rekindle relationships, children, or childhood. So the divine masculine has now realized, because we've got safe and relieved, he is now relieved to move past all the negative stuff that's been holding him back. This could be a karmic relationship or karmic pattern, or people in his life who've been holding him back. He started from the 5 of Cups, where he is now moving forward. He's had enough. He's relieved to, sort of like end that chapter, and he's realized that everything that has happened up till now has happened for a reason. Whether it's with his divine feminine, whether it's with other people, everything has happened because now he's realized that he really wants to get back together with his divine feminine. 6 of Cups is all about past relationships and thinking about past love. So he is embracing that. He's embracing his love for the divine feminine, and he's now really sort of moved past, like the chapter is over. I know we've been talking about how the chapter is ending. Well, that cycle is now over for a lot of the divine masculines this week, and now is the time to start the new chapter. The divine feminine in her spirituals got the moon. The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. What did I tell you? Shadow work. I feel like the divine feminine this week has to face some things, some issues that she has been hiding, and they're going to start surfacing, all right? Feelings of desperation, not being good enough, being embarrassed, self-conscious, feeling very vulnerable. Those are the fears that are going to come up. And the action card, because Aries in 9th house is the overall energy, is telling me that she needs to start taking action to make this, to release this, so that she can be happy, all right? So divine feminine, it is important for you to take control and release whatever it is that's been holding out that you've been suppressing, because that's not going to serve you to get to where you want to go. The divine masculine in his heart space has got two of Gabrielle. That's two of swords as far as I know. And it says, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. This is about the divine masculine being very determined, determined and very ambitious towards his divine feminine. Because all the stuff is cleared and he's now looking for the future, he is now in his heart space planning to move forward. He has decided, he's made the decision that this is where he wants to go. And now he's making progress and he's actually making strides. If you look at this card, there are two people walking, actually doing, movement is happening, right? And that's what they're doing. Movement is happening towards the divine feminine, which is awesome. The divine feminine has got Page of Gabrielle. It's funny. This is also an action card. The divine feminine also needs to take a lot of action, and she will be. The divine feminine is taking, a masculine is taking action towards the divine feminine. The divine feminine is taking action on herself and clearing things which are blocking her. Okay. Page of Gabrielle is all about being energetic, optimistic, and playful. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Now, this is resonating again with, the main overall energies where the divine feminine might be expanding her horizons and trying new things and becoming a better version of herself. So she might have certain passions, certain things that she wants to explore, certain things she wants to learn. And now she's ready to explore that. She's ready for this adventure. And that's what she's going to be focused on. Because she cannot, once you clear this negative energy, once you clear whatever has happened, whatever you've been holding on to, then you can move forward and start doing something. Maybe you've been too afraid to, try a new thing, or too afraid to start a new business, or too afraid to take a leap of faith with the healing modality. Whatever it is, the divine feminine needs to clear that, so that she can move forward and towards what she wants, all right? The divine masculine in his physical has got High Priestess. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. The divine masculines have it in his physical, his psychic abilities are growing. He's embracing the High Priestess. He's sort of reflecting on how far he's come. He's planning. He's at peace. There is no negative energy from the divine masculine towards the divine feminine at all. There are no blockages. He is now moving forward swiftly towards the divine feminine. All right. As mentioned, the overall energy for November for Twin Flames. If you haven't seen that reading, please do check that out. It's been all about rebirth, and as you can see, we're already in that process. This is week 2 and we're in that process. All right. The divine feminine in her physical has got King of Gabrielle. Generous, inspirational, dramatic, driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. The divine feminine has been asked to now focus on the big picture. This is going with the optimism card. This is going with trying to be happy. She doesn't need to worry about the details. She doesn't need to know when, what, how will happen. All right. She just needs to live life, and she needs to basically just look at the big picture and leave the details up to the divine, to the universe. Sometimes we get into this desperate energy when we want to know how, when, why isn't this happening? When is it going to happen? And the universe is saying that you need to just be focused on what you want and keep your eyes on the big prize, all right? Forget about the little stuff and forget about when and how it's going to happen. It will all work itself out, but you just need to stay focused on what you want rather than let the negativity hold you down. Yes, deal with it and clear it, but don't be stuck there and don't let it bog you down, because there is no point. Anything is possible and union is on its way. Now let's talk about the union energy. We've got Scorpio. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, and also secretive and possessive. And then we've got the first house, which is what people see and the impression you give. So I feel like When you look at this from the divine masculine's point of view, they're trying to really think about how they want to approach you. They're trying to be a bit secretive about it because they want to make a good impression. All right, they want to do things right. And if they're reaching out to you, if you've been in no contact for a long time, they really want to do things right, and they're really focused on how you're going to look at them and how can he or she give the right impression, make the right impression, so you don't judge them in a negative light. If you look at this from the divine feminine's point of view, it's all about her dealing with how she sees herself, her self-worth. Does she really believe? This is coming back to the dealing with the stuff she hasn't dealt with, the moon card, where you have to figure out, are you embarrassed of how far you've come? Are you embarrassed with the way you've behaved? Are you self-conscious? Dealing with all of that, because you really need to deal with that. I know it's very intense energy from their side, from the masculine side. The intense energy is all about how to come forward, and they mirror you, so they want to make a good impression. They don't want you to judge them. And at the same time, the divine feminine is like, I don't want the divine masculine to see me like this, or I don't think they will think of me as this because I behaved this way, or I'm so embarrassed about the last time we interacted, or how I was before when they knew me, whatever it is. Those are the things that are cropping up. So you guys need to clear it, and you need to know that the divine masculine doesn't give a shit about how you look and how you behaved in the past, and the same goes for the divine feminine. For those of you who are truly ready for union, I'm sure if you think about your divine counterpart, you're not thinking about, oh, they did this and they will do this, and they're too fat, they're too thin, they're so moody, they did this to me, they did that to me, they said this. They think of the other person as somebody that they cherish and somebody that they care for and love. And at the same time, check this out. The union energy is surprised. So what this is telling me is that the divine masculine, it might just end up surprising the divine feminine this week. I feel like a lot of divine feminine are too busy are going to be working on themselves and working on what they want to do and expanding their horizons, which is great. And the divine masculine is just going to pop up out of nowhere. And it's funny that this card came up because I was watching another reader yesterday, and she also said that, the divine masculine is just going to pop up out of nowhere, and the divine feminine is not even going to expect it. And it's funny that this card fell out for this reading. So it's a similar vibe. At the same time, we've got a leap of faith. Take your risk and put your heart's true desire into action. This is the universe telling the divine masculine, go ahead and take a leap of faith. You're ready. You're absolutely ready. So divine feminine, I know you're going to get triggered a lot this week. A lot of stuff from the past may be coming up. And please know that this is coming up so you can release it once and for all. All you need to do is focus on expanding your knowledge, learning how to cope with the negativity, and releasing it, because you don't need to fear, you don't need to be embarrassed, you don't need to let the negativity take hold of you, and just stay focused on what it is that you want to achieve and leave the rest to the divine. The divine masculine, if you are watching this, you are ready to go ahead and make the next move. You can take the leap of faith, and there is a surprise possible this week for everyone. All right. So again, I really, really hope this happens for everybody watching this. If you haven't heard from your divine masculine, it will be amazing if it happens for all of you. And I'm hoping and praying that all of us get this. Now, affirmations for the divine masculine for this week. The affirmation is, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer and contemplation and stillness. So for the divine masculine, the universe is telling them that they now need to surrender to love and to prayer, and just know that the universe is going to take care of it. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. You can just surrender through prayer, through love. You don't need to worry. Just surrender and go for it. The divine feminine, your affirmation for the week is, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. This is telling you that if this week you feel a bit lost, if things come up where you need compassion, not just for your divine masculine or for others, but for yourself, and in order to forgive yourself for things that you're holding against you, this is an affirmation for you to remember that the universe will give you love. You have the energy to love yourself, and you have the energy to speak up when it's necessary. This could be you also facing and cutting out people and situations that no longer suit you. There may be people in your life that have made you feel not very good, and you might now have the power to sort of cut them out and get rid of that. Whatever the case will be, just take this affirmation as your advice. All right, guys, I hope you have a good week. It is Diwali here in India on Wednesday, so happy Diwali to all my Indian friends. Take care, and I'll be back soon. Have a good day.